everyone, welcome to a new video. It's going to be more about interior decoration, interior styling type thing, because I'm about to do up this little corner of the house. I'm standing in the corner of we've got a kitchen, diner. So it's not really the dining room, but it's the dining end. And behind me is a set of shelves, as you can see, which are just covered in stuff. It's ended up just gathering dust. It's sort of, we've had good intentions, but I'm now going to finally get on and do it. To give you an idea of the sort of thing I'm planning, I'd like this room to have a sort of Victorian Explorer type feel, so a little bit steampunky. I've been loving the rose gold and copper trend for a long time. I'm going to be one of those annoying people that say I like that even before it became fashionable, but I kind of did. But of course now there's the opportunity to actually buy the stuff. So I'm going to sort this out and go on a bit of a shopping spree to buy some nice things for this sort of area, because what I'm looking at right opposite me is our back door, which we use, like the family uses our main door, so that's what we come in. This is the first thing we see, so it'd be really nice to get it looking good. So I'll show you what is there at the moment. So come with me. So I honestly haven't prettied this up, as you can see. I've got an old orchid that's still alive, it's still growing new leaves, but we haven't had flowers from it in years. I've got a lovely portrait of Rain and Jude that my sister took, and I've got this cow decoration that I bought at Glastonbury Festival. Now that's going to go. I think I'm going to put that in our Easter decoration suitcase, and that can come out at Easter. And that's actually sitting on a fairy chair underneath. Oh, that's missing a leg. A leg has broken off it. That's why it's all sort of wonky, although it's doing okay. It's standing upright on its own. I've got fairies on display in my workroom, so I might move that to there. Then we have this dinosaur skeleton, which Chris and Jude made together. So I think that's quite cool. I'm going to keep that. We've got a vase that my friend Michelle gave us with some flowers in on our wedding day. An old bottle. Behind that, a candlestick that I bought for my daughter because she wanted one and she never even bothered taking it to her room. We have a collection of really old cameras which I bought off eBay. Definitely going to keep them, but display them better, obviously. Okay, so that's that shelf. Everything is very, very dusty. Right, these two little candles, which were from New Look, definitely keeping them. I love them. They're just sitting on a dish, which only really comes out at Christmas. I fill that with water and like these little glass pebbles and floating candles. Don't know, that might stay if I can, yeah, again, display it better. We've got a couple of these handmade candlestick goblet type things, which I bought at Glastonbury Frost Fair. I think one of them's broken, sadly, but this one is fine. And I really like that. Don't know whether that's going to stay or not. Another old camera. This little old wooden bowl. Some candles. A wedding photograph. That was a long time ago. Behind that we've got a Jaws sort of model. In a way that is quite steampunky. Might keep that, not sure. This is a really cool like candle lantern that lights up beautifully. Definitely going to keep that here. But I definitely must make a note to use it more often. That was a present from Chris's sister. This little drawer with some dog slobber decorating it. I don't know whether that's going to stay here or not. This copper wire tray was also a present from Chris's sister. She knows my style. I just haven't worked out what to keep in it yet. Chris's suggestion was actually keeping candles in it, which I like, so I might do that. Right, next shelf. Oh, and this box is full of... This is a box Chris made when he was at school, I think. Underneath this dust, there's like a yin-yang sign, I think. And in there we've got joss stick holders. Good old 90s hippie stuff like that. Again, not sure what to do with that at the moment. Next shelf down, these are the copper vases that I bought for my Christmas display last year. I still love them, definitely want to keep them. Under here, we've got some things. Unfortunately, I've lost track of what of these are from where. I can't remember whether these are things we dug up from the garden. We did a holiday once where we explored Iron Age settlements, and we actually came home with some things that the rabbits had chucked out of rabbit holes. And there's more of that inside this shoebox. This is a model replica of a Leonardo da Vinci. Trebuchet. What's one of them then? Oh, that's basically what I said. Catapult. This is from Liz as well, Chris's sister. I love it. It's really dusty. But it also hangs up, and I'd love to hang it up, but I'm not sure exactly where, but that goes perfectly with the whole steampunk theme. It reminds me of those things that track the stars and time, and I can't remember what it's called. I always call them alethiometers, but anyway, again, that fits my theme. I've got a slate tea cake holder, another camera, a golem statue, and a camper van model, which I like, and some pebbles, and the top bit of the cat litter, which is kept on the floor down here. Also in this corner I have this lovely tree root thing, which at Christmas we fill with sticks and baubles, but the rest of the year I'd like a nice plant to go in there, and I imagine some nice ivy falling down and some plants along here. And also this shelf here could do with a little bit of jazzing up somehow, at least sorting out. Okay, here's a bit of an update. I don't know when you're watching this or when I'm going to get a chance to put this on my channel, but it's the day where the sky just turned orange and the hurricane hit. But it's also the day we decided to bring in the tiles. I don't know if I explained this, but the floor underneath these shelves, this floor actually is just a very thin screed of concrete, and underneath this floor is this staircase down to the basement. When I tiled the kitchen floor, I left this because I thought that that was going to be a soon to happen project, just opening this up. But as with many projects in this house, that didn't happen as quickly as we hoped it would. So what we're going to do, what me and Rain is doing, Rain's helping me. Yeah. We are just bringing in the tiles. They're just stacked up outside in the garden. We're just going to lay them flat on the floor, no, not gluing them down or setting them in mortar or anything like that. We're just going to lay it down so that the floor is level, and then we're going to bring in the rug that was here before. Rain took it outside to wash earlier on in the summer. Unfortunately, it rained before she had a chance to bring it back in and it dry off, but it's actually dry, it's bone dry. We haven't had rain for a few days actually, and this hurricane is helping dry off everything. So the plan is to, yeah, just, well, Rain is getting going. We're just laying them now. I predicted this process was going to take some time, and yes, it's been a couple of months since I last spoke to you. I think there's been a few additions on the shelves, but I think before I do any more, because it's right at the end of November, I really wanted to have these cleared and ready for doing Christmas decorations. So right now I'm going to completely empty all of these shelves and only put back what I want on there. I'm still going to be keeping in mind the sort of Victorian Explorer Steampunk theme that I want in this kitchen. As you can see, we've got some new plants here, and I bought a couple of fake plants in IKEA. I did decide to move the cat litter tray. We've now got plants lined up along the floor at the moment, because just to deter the cats from using the spot that they're used to using. So far so good, fingers crossed it's work. I might actually put a mini Christmas tree in this bit here. Okay, to work. The job done. As you can see, the colouring of the walls and the shelves is not great. There was a few years ago we had trouble with our Rayburn, and this room was just filled with smoke on a regular basis, and unfortunately all the walls and all the paintwork have had quite bad smoke damage, which is the result of this colour on the walls, and it doesn't look great. And hopefully next year sometime we're going to get the whole room completely replastered and painted again. But for now, that's what we've got to deal with. So, but I just thought I'd give a quick explanation as to why we have this beautiful browny, grey, yucky colour on the walls everywhere. That's just the way it is for now. Okay, this this is what we've got so far. I decided to put these couple of things on the floor. So there is a future plan of getting a veranda at the back of the house. So at some point in the future, those will be going outside, which would look lovely, I think. So I've arranged our vintage cameras on this box. It's a shame that I've got nowhere else to keep this glass bowl at the moment. This doesn't really go with the look I want for these shelves, but there we are, that'll have to do for now. These are new items. I literally only bought these a couple of days ago at the Glastonbury Frost Fair. They're just beautiful. And so here's a little ammonite that we found. I've put it on, I mean these are fake ammonites I think. So we put it on the dish in front here, but I think that'll look lovely with a candle on it as well. And there's a big ammonite, I found that in the field next to our house. Yeah, it obviously needs a lot of work, but that's the point I'm at the moment. The shoebox that used to be on there was full of this stuff, which is all things that I've dug up from the garden. I've tried to arrange it the best I can in this bowl that looks sort of like that. It's quite a cool looking bowl. Yeah, this is all the pottery out of the garden, and this was when I first started gardening. There's just so much of it now, I don't even bother to pick it up. I know someone else in our village that also had a ton of plates and crockery in the garden, so I don't know if it's an old Somerset folklore thing, but yeah, there's millions of it, and also a navy button that might tell a story about someone that used to live in our house, which is quite cool. So that's going to go on the shelf actually. Let me do that now. I think that needs to go on this lower shelf so people can look down into it. I think that's it for today's update. I'm going to play around with this arrangement. I'm not happy with it yet at all. Also the copper vases that I've got need to go on there somewhere. And I still want a bit more of a steampunk vibe. What I'd like is some sort of fake, you know, you get the butterfly collections, but they're real butterflies with pins through, and that's horrible. I couldn't do that, but I'd like some sort of fake thing like that. I just need a few more bits and pieces. I don't want to overfill it, but I don't like it at the moment. So I'll update you when there's a bit more change, and also I'll show it to you briefly with the Christmas decorations on it, because that's just going to look pretty. So hopefully by then I will have found the things that I'm looking for to finish off the display. Hello, I just thought I'd do a quick update of the shelf situation. It's the beginning of January and sadly time to take down our Christmas decorations, and before we do I just thought I'd show you how I've decorated the shelves for Christmas. I don't feel I've quite yet bought enough bits and pieces to fit my theme that I'm trying to go for, but I can't find any. Yeah, I have to say it's been delightful walking through the door, which is right opposite me, and these shelves being the first thing I see. There's a few candles on there which I've been lighting up every now and then, and oh, it looks so pretty. I'm so happy. It's quite a dark, miserable day, I hope you can see. This is the new ivy that I bought from IKEA, and an IKEA tin there, little copper bird. Those are Gisela Graham Christmas decorations. Kept the T-Rex there. I've got a few of these flower decorations and like pearly mistletoe decorations dotted around here and there. These came from a garden centre in Kent about 12 years ago. They were quite expensive, but I love them. Little glass tea lights around the place as well. So when that candle's lit and these two candles are lit, my daughter added the lace to this tea light holder, which makes it really pretty. And when all the candles are lit over here, it just looked beautiful. So I've got one of those like wire star garlands all scrunched up into the cloche here. I've got 3 teal baubles on a little copper dish that I bought from an antique stall at the market. That picture is from Dubrovnik in Croatia. We bought it there. I think it was painted by the lady that was selling it, but a lot of people were selling very similar paintings. This little lampshade came from a vintage shop in Glastonbury when me and Rain were there for the Frost Fair this year, and it's sitting on top of a little candle holder that was also bought from the Frost Fair but a few years ago. This is another ivy I bought from IKEA, and the basket was also from IKEA. Candles came from Tiger. It fits them perfectly, so I'm quite pleased with that. Yeah, we've got a few little star decorations dangling off the ivy, which looks really pretty. I've got them here and there as well. Got just a bauble, a copper dinner gong, and this is a Christmas present. These are agate coasters. Oh, they're so pretty. And each one of course is different. I'll update you again on all the Christmas things that have been put away, maybe in a month's time, to see if we've bought anything new for it. Hello everyone, this has to win the prize for the video that's taken the longest to film. It's now just gone Easter actually, and it's about time I took my Easter decorations down, but before I did I thought I'd just quickly show you the display behind me and how I've just added some bits for Easter, because after Christmas the place always looks a little bit sad, I suppose. So I've brightened it up this spring with just a few extra flowers. This is actually just some fake carnations, and this is a big fake chrysanthemum, but it just gives, you know, a little bit of colour. These purple flowers are in a bouquet, and they're the kind that dry really easily. So I've just sort of left them there, but what I might do is put them in the cloche here. But for now, I've put in some pastel plastic Easter eggs. So that's there just to give a bit of an Easter touch. And also we've got some pretty fabric bunting, which is sort of strung at various places around the room. And then I had other plants. I had hyacinth here, which are now dead. So yeah, that's all. That's a little update. See these things here? These are thimble racks, and they are waiting for me for the next project, which I'll tell you about in the next video. Hello everyone, I'm back. I'm finally doing the last thing I need to do to finish off that corner, and that's spray painting my thimble rack. If you watch my videos regularly, you'll know I live on a main road, so I can only talk in between bursts of traffic, and I'm outside today to do this because it's such a beautiful autumn day. Okay, so I've got an empty cleaning spray bottle because I do think spraying is going to be the best way to paint these. I think it will take a long time to get in and out all the bits if I were using a brush. So I've got about, I don't know if you can see, this much water at the bottom of here. And I found an old tester pot, pretty grim, from the shed. This one is green ground, Farrow and Ball. I think this is the colour we use in our storeroom next to the kitchen. So it's actually slightly paler than the walls in our kitchen. I've never done this before, so I'm just giving it a go. Okay, I'm going to leave that to dry for a little while and come back and give a second coat. I nearly forgot about the things that I bought in America. Right. And you know I was going to make these labels a little more old looking. Well, they've just sat in the sun on the windowsill and they've gone old looking by themselves. They've gone a little yellow. So, and I did work out that they fit in the thimble rack as long as I push down the cork top a little more. So we are finished. I'm sorry if it's a bit dark in this corner now. We are in September, can you believe it? I think I began this in autumn last year, so I reckon this is one of my longest running videos that I've ever done. But I finally finished it. It was a sunny day, so I could get those thimble racks painted outside and dried. They're just dry, and I'm so pleased with the effect. It looks like I've spent hours doing some very clever special paint effect to make it look old and crackly when, well, you saw what I did. I just sprayed it and it worked brilliantly. So yeah, here we are. So yeah, the spring summer bunting and the Easter decorations have come down. Yeah, so possibly a few things have got jigged around. Oh, the cloche now has I bought a paper lantern plant earlier in the year. Sadly, it just died the minute I brought it home. I won't be buying that one again. It wasn't cheap either. But I've kept all the paper lanterns, and I put them in the bell jar here, and I think that looks really pretty. What else has changed? Obviously, I put the two thimble racks on. One on the top shelf is obviously the only place it will fit. So I've put some of the larger gemstones I have there so that they stand out, and I'm very pleased with the overall effect. Sadly, our Tyrannosaurus Rex has succumbed, I suppose, to it being moved. I've put the big palm plant here. I think that might be new. And is there not any more? Oh yeah, that plant there is new. That was a present from Rain. And this does a really good job, actually. I keep the cat food hidden behind it. The cats have their dinner now here. And that's that. I think that's everything to tell you. I think I've got a feeling this will have been a really long video. I hope you don't mind. I hope you enjoyed seeing the change in this corner, and oh God, Loki. And if you did, please like and share. And if you're new here, please subscribe. I'd love to see you again. And thank you very much for watching. Bye.